So here we have the Audi A4 on a 14 plate. So I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it. From the outside though, you can see it's a 4-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. As we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors, plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat should you wish to increase this space even further. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside of it from there. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. Over on the left-hand side, we have the coolant temperature gauge, then the rev counter, speedometer over on the right-hand side, along with the fuel gauge. In the centre, you can see the total miles for this car, which are 72,030. Above that, we have a digital readout for the speedometer. You can change information that's displayed there with a button on the underside of the right-hand stalk. If we back out to the steering wheel, over on the left-hand side, we have controls that will change the information displayed in the middle just there. And then we have stereo controls and the volume for the stereo over on the right hand side here. We've got cruise control underneath that, and just behind the steering wheel, the minus and plus pedal, so that you can change gear manually, both down and up with this automatic gearbox. Over in the center, we have the main screen for the car. We are on the radio menu at the moment. Below the screen is where you'll find the controls. So you can access certain things directly from these buttons on the left and right hand sides. This dial and these 4 buttons are what you'll use the majority of the time. So these 4 buttons relate to the 4 corners of the screen, and the dial can be used to rotate round to certain options. You can push it in to select things, for example. But if I show you on the screen, you can see the 4 corners I'm on about. So in the top right hand corner, it says wave band. If we press the button that corresponds with that, you'll see this car's got FM, AM and DAB radio. If you want to listen to your own music, you press the media button on the main stereo. Top right hand corner again, and you'll be able to see the different ways you can listen to your music. And then you can use the dial to highlight those different methods as well. You can pair your phone, of course, up here. Once you've paired your phone, you'll be able to make and receive phone calls using it. Below that, if we move the gear lever out the way, you can see we have dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the passenger temperature, the driver temperature. To change the fan speed, press the fan button and use the same dial that we were just using a moment ago. If you want to change the direction the air is being distributed in, press that button and again use the dial, and it will show in a more detailed fashion up on the screen, as well as the basic arrows that you get down there. When you're happy with all of those settings, the air conditioning is on at the minute, so it's off, back on again, or hit auto. When you do so, the car will maintain those temperatures by taking control of the fan speed and the direction of the air. You can hear it doing that already. You can override that manually at any time you wish to. We have a cigarette lighter, got 12-volt charging socket and some storage just there. You can close that over should you wish to. We have the gear lever for the fully automatic gearbox, a electronic handbrake as well, and then these buttons just here. So you can turn the parking sensors on and off. You can turn the traction control on and off. And this button turns off the stop and start. This car is designed to cut out when it's stationary in traffic to save you fuel. You can turn the system on and off from there. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to give us a call here at Surrey Specialist Cars. We'd love to hear from you soon.